going to be a fall makeup tutorial, and I really wanted to do a fall look with a really bold lip because that's basically what fall makeup is about. It's all about the bold lip. If you guys want to see my other fall tutorial, it has more of like a brownish nude lip, so it's not as bold. Check that one out. I will leave it linked right over here. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is priming my face per usual. I'm taking the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer, and I'm just putting this in the areas that I feel like I get a little bit more oily, and also areas that I feel like my pores are more enlarged. Since we are using a matte foundation, I didn't want my foundation to look too flat, so I'm just taking this L'Oreal Lumi primer. It's very hydrating, and I'm just putting this all over my face. So now moving on to our foundation, I am taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the Matte and Poreless formula, and this one is in the shade 128. It's a perfect match for me. This is actually one of the only foundations that matches my skin tone right now, so that's what I'm using, but it works out perfectly because I absolutely love this foundation. Then I'm going to be taking this pointed foundation brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just spreading this all over my face evenly, just so that it makes it easier for me to blend out later on. Then I'm going to be taking my beauty blender to blend out this foundation into my face, and I'm using a pressing motion just so that it lasts all day. So because I want a crisp edge on my eyeshadow, I'm just placing some Scotch tape at the corners of my eyes, and then I'm going to be priming my eyelids with the LORAC Pro primer. I've talked about this so many times, I absolutely love it, it's my favorite. Then going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Iced Mocha. I'm just placing this on my eyelids. I talked about this in my fall beauty favorites. It's a great base for any type of fall neutral eye. So I'm just placing this on my lids and then blending it out slightly with my finger. So I did skip out on doing my brows in this video, but if you guys want to see how I did them, I will leave my brow video linked down in the description box. So the only palette I'll be using today is the Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm taking this milk chocolate color, and I'm placing this into my crease with my Sigma blending brush. I'm just using this to further blend out that iced mocha base. Definitely blend out as much as you can. I feel like when you get a really good base for your eyeshadow, it just makes everything so much more easy to blend out later on. Then I'm going to be taking the champagne color with this large shader brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to be placing this into the inner corners of my eyes just to make them pop a little bit more. Then just using that same brush, I'm just flipping it over to the other side. I'm taking this red-brown shimmery color and placing this in the center of my lid. I just love this color because I feel like it adds a little bit of warmth to my eye. Then taking the NYX number 16 brush, this has become one of my absolute favorite brushes. I'm just using this to blend out all those colors. I have no product on it, I just wanted something to kind of blend it out a little bit before we move into any other colors. Then I'm taking my Sigma blending brush and taking that dark color. It's called Triple Fudge, and I'm just putting this on the outer corners of my eyes just to add a little bit of dimension. Because this color is so dark, you just want to make sure that you blend it out as much as you can before going into any other colors, so just take your time with this. So once you feel like this color is blended out as much as you can get it blended out, I'm taking this peach color with that NYX number 16 brush, and I'm just placing that right on top of Triple Fudge and using this color as a transition color to our brow bone highlight. This peach color in the Too Faced palette is honestly one of my favorite colors to use in that crease area, just because I feel like it adds a little pop of color and it also adds a lot of warmth to the eye. Then taking this Sigma brush, I'm taking that vanilla shade, it's called White Chocolate, and I'm placing that on my brow bone and blending it into that peach color. Next, taking this Maybelline gel liner, I am just putting this onto my eyelids. It was really hard for me to get a really thin line with the brush that came with the eyeliner, but the eyeliner is actually really good. It's very comparable to the MAC Fluid Line in Black Track, so if you guys are looking for a cheaper alternative, then definitely go with the Maybelline one. It's very black and it does stay on all day. So once you are done with your eyeliner, just take off that tape and we will move on to our eyelashes. So the lashes that I chose to use today are the Ardell Wispies, and I'm just taking my Duo Glue and brushing that onto the band of the lash. What I didn't show here is that I waited about 20 to 30 seconds for the glue to get tacky. That's really important when you're applying false eyelashes, because if you don't wait for that glue to get tacky, it's going to slip and fall everywhere and it's just not going to be pretty. So just make sure you wait till that glue gets tacky and then apply those lashes to your eyelids. And by the way, I wanted to kind of mention really quick that this duo glue is one of my favorites now. I don't think I'll ever go back to the one just in the tube. The brush-on type of glue just makes it so much easier to apply my lashes. Next, moving on to concealer, I'm taking this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I just picked this up when I filmed this tutorial and I forgot how much I absolutely loved this. This is in the shade Neutralizer, and I think it's just the perfect shade to conceal and highlight. It gives you a nice amount of coverage and a nice amount of brightness. So I'm just taking my beauty blender and blending out this concealer into my face. So just make sure that you blend this really well, and definitely make sure that you don't forget that inner corner of your eye. I realize that if I accidentally forget this, my eyes tend to look a little bit dark, so just make sure that you do that. Then taking my Sigma tapered highlighter brush and the Makeup Forever HD translucent powder, I'm just going to be setting my under eyes and also setting the places that I put the concealer. Then for the rest of my face, I'm taking my Sigma large powder brush and the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 220. I don't know the name of that color, but it's in the number 220, and I'm just going to be brushing this all over my face. Then taking these two burgundy colors, I am taking a large Sigma shader brush. It's the one that I used earlier, and I'm just placing these colors on my lower lash line. Just keep this in the outer corner because we are going to be highlighting the inner corner. Then I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs highlighter in Blacker, and I'm just placing this in my upper tight line and then also in my lower waterline. I was going to try to find a drugstore black eyeliner for my waterline, but I just decided that there is nothing else that stays on my waterline like this one does, so I decided to use this. But you can find a bunch of black eyeliners at the drugstore if you wanted to go with a more affordable version. Then taking that triple fudge color with the Real Techniques accent brush, I'm going to be setting this black eyeliner. The reason why I chose a dark brown to set that liner instead of a black is just because it'll soften up the look just a little bit. Then just taking this flat brush, I'm taking that champagne color that I put on the inner corners of my eyes earlier and placing this on my lower inner lash line. Is that even how you say it? My lower inner corner, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Falsies mascara, like always, and just putting a little bit of mascara on. Then I'm going to be taking this lip liner by NYX. I honestly don't know where it went and I don't know what color it was in, but the Jordana lip liner in the color Cabernet is very comparable, and it actually might be a little bit deeper, so it'll just make this lip a little bit darker. Then I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Copenhagen on top of that lip liner. So to bronze my face, I'm taking the Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the color Milk Chocolate, and I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush. The reason why I did that was because I didn't want my contour to look super duper harsh, so I'm just using this really fluffy brush to contour my cheeks, put it on my forehead, and also on my jawline. And because this is a glam look, I wanted my nose to look a little bit more defined, so I'm just putting that bronzer on the edges of my nose and then running a highlight down the bridge. So the last thing that we need to do is just apply our blush. I'm taking this NYX number 2 brush, I think it's just like a medium powder brush, and I'm taking it the Balm's Instain blush in the color Pinstripe. I use a lot of the products that I talked about in my fall beauty favorites, but I think this look came out very nice and I really like it, and I hope you guys do too. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video. I hope that you guys try and recreate this fall look. If you guys do, then definitely send me pictures on either Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat. Any of those will do. If you guys want to check out my previous 2 videos, I have them linked right over here or in the description box below. I believe my last 2 videos are both fall videos. I have a fall makeup tutorial for like a burnt orange kind of eye look, and I also have a top 10 fall beauty favorites video. I have a bunch of fall videos scheduled to go up for you guys soon, so if you guys would like to get notified, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will also have the subscribe link down in the description box below. And I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!